thought we had it bad last week. Take a look at this. This is a live picture from Syracuse, New York, where overnight lake effect snow has covered roads and really piled up in people's yards. The snow is falling at about a rate of 1 to 2 inches per hour, and the wind is gusting to more than 30 miles per hour. This first snowstorm of the season for them is causing flight delays and cancellations, and local law enforcement is urging people to avoid unnecessary travel.
Hey, very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau as we get started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we are following some breaking news overnight out of Morton County, North Dakota. Protesters against the Dakota Access Pipeline once again clashing with police. As of 1 this morning, law enforcement says 100 to 200 protesters remained on the backwater bridge in what police have described as an ongoing riot. There have been about a dozen fires set to the area near the bridge. Police say demonstrators are also throwing logs and rocks. At least one officer was hit in the head. It all started around 6 last night when around 400 people gathered on Highway 1806 just north of the main protest camp. Protesters say that police were firing tear gas and rubber bullets at them while they were trapped on the bridge area. Law enforcement says they were trying to keep people off the bridge, which has been closed down because of previous fires. So far, one person has been arrested. Police tell Valley News Live they will stay on the scene as long as it takes to clear people from the bridge. Of course, you can stay with Valley News Live throughout the day for updates on this breaking story. Also breaking overnight, a man is facing charges for resisting arrest after an incident at the Empire Tavern in downtown Fargo. Police were called out to the 400 block of Broadway just before 2 this morning on a disturbance call. Police say 33-year-old Lionel Walker, who had been involved in a fight with a bouncer, ran from the scene when officers arrived. They were able to catch up with him a couple of blocks away and arrest him. Walker is now being held in the Cass County Jail. Well, new for you this morning, the man who kidnapped and killed 11-year-old Jacob Wetterling is set to be sentenced today in an unrelated case. Danny Heinrich pleaded guilty back in September to 1 count of possessing child pornography. Under his deal, he'll spend 20 years in federal prison. Heinrich entered the plea as part of an agreement involving his confession to kidnapping, sexually assaulting, and murdering Wetterling in 1989. He led investigators to the boy's remains in September, ending the 27-year search for Jacob. Coming up on 6:51, time to get a look at weather and traffic on the one, starting with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. Today things are looking pretty average for this time of year. We've got temperatures for us this afternoon into the low to some upper 30s, a little cooler east where we still have that snowpack, a little warmer right along the Red River too, and increase in cloud cover as well. We'll see mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon and a little bit of wind causing some issues for us as well, bringing down those wind chills. Our current temperatures in the teens and 20s, 24 degrees in Fargo. It's 20 in Grand Forks, 18 degrees in Langdon, and 16 over in Bemidji and Wadena. And our wind chills are pretty low already this morning. 4 degrees is what it feels like in Langdon, a wind chill of 6 in Bemidji, and 9 in Gwinner, 8 in Jamestown, Fargo. Not as bad, but still chilly out there. 15 degrees is what it feels like when you step out the door. Clear skies to start, but there are some clouds already starting to work their way in to northeastern North Dakota. And maybe you saw a little bit of pink showing up on the radar there. That's an indication that we might be seeing a little bit of freezing drizzle or mixed precipitation. And starting tonight and into tomorrow as this system rolls in, we may see this first in the form of some mixed precip and potentially some freezing rain, which would have an impact on your morning commute tomorrow before it switches over to snow. Depending on the timing of that switch over, that'll have an impact on just how much snow we see. But potentially some places in the valley may end up with a few inches of snow. Up north and to the east, what this current model is looking like at this point, Fargo, Moorhead, 1 to 2 inch range potentially. Now ahead for the 7-day planner. I expect again tomorrow, maybe travel not so great if you're planning on heading out to the Holiday Lights Parade for tomorrow night. You might be seeing some snow showers at that point, mainly starting to clear out of Fargo, Moorhead at least at that point. Wednesday we're looking dry, which is good for travel, and Thursday for Thanksgiving, a pretty decent day, a high of 37 degrees. Let's check it now with Al.
Lise, we're back out here on Interstate 94 and driving towards the east, and my goodness, we're getting a little bit of sunlight out there on the horizon this morning. Happy to see that. Tell you what, we're also seeing a lot of traffic out here. It is very, very busy this morning. Eastbound I-94 is Well, I'd put that in the pretty active category. Westbound I-94, those very, very busy. Travel speeds 60 to 65 miles an hour. We still have that stalled car on westbound Interstate 94. It's right near the ramp off eastbound or off westbound I-94 onto South University Drive. Make sure you're looking out for that. No lights, no flashers. Drive carefully this morning. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
Developing this morning, a manhunt is underway in Texas for the man who gunned down a police officer near police headquarters in San Antonio. Detective Benjamin McConey was shot and killed by someone who fired through the window of his squad car as he was writing a traffic ticket. Authorities have released this picture of a person of interest in connection with the shooting.
Also developing for you this morning, President-elect Donald Trump is set to resume his transition meetings at Trump Tower in New York City today as he continues to fill key posts in his new administration. Trump met with a slew of prominent Republicans over the weekend at his golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey, including Chris Christie, Rudy Giuliani, and Mitt Romney. The president-elect also confirmed that wife Melania and 10-year-old son Barron will not be moving to the White House with him, at least not immediately.
President Obama is back in Washington today following his final overseas trip as commander-in-chief. On Sunday, the president met with world leaders in Lima, Peru, and spoke briefly with Russian President Vladimir Putin about conflicts in Ukraine and Syria.
President Obama also says that leaders from around the Pacific will be moving forward with the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a trade deal that is opposed by President-elect Trump. Police are pursuing charges against a man who they say hit multiple cars while driving on 15th Street South in Fargo overnight. Police received a call this morning about a possible drunk driver near 25th Avenue South.
A nearby officer followed the vehicle, seeing the driver hit at least two parked cars. Police have just released the suspect's name, 25-year-old Armando Zavala of Fargo. He's facing charges of DUI, hit and run, and fleeing.
A report is being sent to the state's attorney's office for possible charges after an incident in Fargo that left at least one person hurt. Fargo police say they responded to a stabbing call around 6:30 last night at the Rosegate Apartments in South Fargo.
Police say one person was taken to the hospital with a minor cut to the arm after someone she says she knew cut her with glass. Officers are still investigating, but say the incident was between two women and two men who knew each other. So far, no one has been arrested. New for you this morning, the Polk County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash. Officers were called out to Brant Township on Polk County Road 23 just before 6:30 last night.
Investigators say 42-year-old Jason Johnston of East Grand Forks appears to have hit a deer. His vehicle then went into the ditch and rolled over. Johnston was thrown from that vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. Well, 6:55 now on this Monday morning, and it's another How It's Made Monday here on the Valley Today. And this morning, we're showing you something that many of us eat probably every day.
The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live from Fargo with more on country hearth bread. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's quite the production line that they have here, and Cliff's here with me this morning. This machine is very interesting. Now, this is where you guys actually wrap up all of that bread.
Yep, it's a bread wrapper. We first of all, it's sliced behind here. We got 55 minutes to cool. You need 110 degrees to 105 degrees before you can slice it. It slices it, air opens up the bag, slides it over the loaf of bread, twist tie tire. We put a tie coat on it and a regular inkjet coat for production purposes.
And how many a minute can this do?
55, these are both set at 55 a minute. Yeah. And that keeps up with our production rate of 100 a minute, so we have some freeway to keep up when we stop or some other production problems.
Yeah, and it's quite busy over here. We got a lot of people working back and forth, and again, it's been really neat just to see exactly what it all takes to go into all these different food items that they make right here in Fargo. And guys, I have to say, one of them, they forgot to bag it. I had to taste test it. Really good when it just comes off the line.
I believe that for sure. Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
Well, it's certainly a good day to be a college football fan in the state of North Dakota. The FCS Selection Committee has released its 24-team playoff bracket, and both North Dakota State and the University of North Dakota made the field.
Let's take a look. Starting with the top-seeded and 5-time defending champion Bison. The Herd earned the top seed for the 3rd time. The Bison finished out the regular season with a 10-1 record and once again ensured the path to Frisco goes through Fargo. So here is the first part of the bracket for NDSU. They will await the winner of Cal Poly out of Big Sky and the University of San Diego.
Now, if the Bison win that game, it does set up a possible rematch with South Dakota State, the only team to beat the Bison this year. Well, the Fighting Hawks, they also earned a bye, picking up the number 7 seed, and they will be awaiting the winner of Richmond and North Carolina A&T. UND took in the selection show yesterday morning at a restaurant in Grand Forks, celebrating when they saw their name called as a seeded team for the first time since joining Division I.
Both NDSU and UND football teams have a first-round bye, as we said this week. But here is some ticket information for you if you'd like to go to the second-round games. NDSU's tickets went on sale yesterday and sold out. But you might have another chance. Season ticket holders have until Friday to claim their seats. Any remaining go on sale to the public Saturday morning.
Now, tickets for UND's game are set to go on sale today at 10 a.m. online and at the box office. UND season ticket holders have until this Wednesday at 6 p.m. to claim their same seats going forward. 6:58 now, and in our consumer alert this morning, the big Thanksgiving shopping weekend is just a few days away. According to the National Retail Federation's annual survey, more than 137 million Americans are planning to shop over this Thanksgiving weekend.
I've been studying the flyers and the sales already. That's nearly 2 million more than last year. The holiday weekend covers Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday and Sunday, both in-store and online. According to the survey, Black Friday will remain the busiest shopping day of the holiday weekend. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook, and it's holiday themed on this holiday week. About a third of Americans say they have done this before eating their Thanksgiving dinner.
The answer, take a picture of the food.
You gotta get it on
Instagram post,
for
right?
Sure.
Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page, where we invite you to join the conversation throughout the day. This morning, kids headed to the bus stop for their short week. Definitely going to want to bundle up, it sounds like.
Yeah, temperatures are not terrible, but you'll notice it, especially when that wind starts to kick up. We've got some wind chills in the single numbers out there. We'll rise into the mid-30s. Today will be a bit breezy. Tomorrow, we may see a little freezing drizzle or some mixed precipitation before it switches over to snow for the day. So it's looking like not the best travel day. Tomorrow morning's commute may be impacted, so you'll want to turn right back into the valley today for the latest on that. And if you're going to the Holiday Lights Parade, there might be a few snowflakes flying around to help bring you that Christmas spirit as well.
Yeah, sets the mood. You
Yeah.
need a little, Santa's going to be there, and he likes snow.
He does.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on.
Yeah, we've got more live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on Fargo CW.